Hello, y'all. Welcome. This is Myron J, the coach, and this is Freestyle Friday, each and every Friday at 7 p.m. Central Time. And if you would like to be a caller or guest on Freestyle Friday on the Myron J Show, email me at info@myronjthecoach.com. So today, I have a few topics I want to get on and I want to touch on rather and talk about. And on Freestyle Friday, it's not about rapping or battling or anything. It's just simply talking about different subjects, different topics that's important to me or could possibly important to others, and put it that way. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. But first, I talked about last week with my guest Tiffany Dyer. We talked about what women want, and we got into that whole conversation. So make sure y'all check it out from last Friday. But this Friday, we're going to talk a little bit about what men want. I'm going to be doing this one solo by myself, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on it because I want to get to my other topics for today. So shout out to everybody that's listening to the show, that has subscribed, that's followed, that's shared, downloaded from Spotify, Apple Podcasts. If you're watching on YouTube, shout out to everybody, man. I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. And for those out there in podcast land, I got on my Saints shirt today. If you're watching on YouTube, you probably can't see too much of it, but I got on my Saints shirt today, so I just want to throw that out there. Shout out to the New Orleans Saints. I am a fan, been a fan for a long time. It is football season, y'all. What do y'all expect, right? So shout out to everybody. Shout out to your favorite team as well. So let's get into it. So on TikTok, because I'm very heavy on TikTok, I posted a video about what men want. And we're talking about in relationships and or during the dating stages. Men love peace. We love a woman that's affectionate, that's understanding, and they're pretty much supportive and motivated, that has our back through it all. And I also stated on my video, you don't have to be that or don't be that kind of person to any man. Can't do that to any old man. He has to earn it. He has to deserve it. He has to be the man that's a part of your life, or that's in your life, that's doing what he's supposed to do as a man for you and the family on all levels. So you can't do it for anybody, ladies. I just want to throw that out there. And so that's what men really look for. That's what men want. And we want someone that we can go and talk to, right? We want somebody we can vent to and we can just release. And if we can't come to you for that, then it's going to be real hard to keep men around for the most part, because we was always taught to keep our feelings to ourselves. Nobody really cares. And me personally, that's true to a certain degree, but it's not fully true. I know there's plenty great women out there that care about their man and their well-being and their mental health. And men, we have to understand that we have to go and get some counseling and some therapy. If you don't want to go and vent to a particular person, go and get counseling, go and get therapy, vent to them. It's confidential. Depending on your job, you only have to pay a copay of $15 to $40. Just depends on which therapist and which area that you're in. So go and get therapy, go and get counseling, man. I've been before. I've been for like 6 months, and I do plan on going back very soon. So there's nothing wrong with it. It is a great thing. It's not saying that something is wrong with you. There is nothing wrong with wanting to improve on your mental health, wanting to be a better you, want to be a better person for your kids, definitely for yourself now, but for your kids, your wife, your family, the people that's really close and mean so much to you. Fellas, take care of yourself mentally. So ladies, we want that. That's what we want from you. We want to be able to come to you and talk to you and vent to you about life, about relationship stuff, thing that's going on between you and your significant other. And we want to do that without having to argue about it, without having you throw it in our face when you're mad or when you guys are into it, without having you going to your best friends or your mom or whomever, telling them what that particular man has told you. And so we want to tell you that in confidence and knowing that we can trust you to keep this information confidential and between us. We want to come home to peace. As I stated earlier, we want you to be our peace. Now, granted, I understand, ladies, that you ladies want the same thing, but last week's show was about y'all, so I'm making it about the fellas this time. So again, go and check that out from last Friday with me and my guest Tiffany. But we want to come home to some peace, y'all. We want you to be our peace. We want you to just love us. And men do so much for women. especially when it comes to finances and protecting, providing. We do so much for you all as well, giving gifts, that type of thing. So a lot of men may not say this, but I'm gonna say it today. A lot of men might not tell you that, hey, you can give me some gifts sometimes. You can, take me out on a date night, surprises. They might say, no, I'm okay. I'm good. It's all cool. They may say that, ladies, but deep down, a lot of men, or some rather, would like things like that. We want you to show us that you appreciate us and that you love us and that you care about us and that you're thinking about us for the most part. We may not say it. We may not hint at it because we're just, like I said, we're men. We feel like we don't need that kind of stuff. But man, there's nothing wrong with being pampered, catered to, none at all. And I'm telling you, when you're doing what you're supposed to do as a man and you're in a relationship or you're married, when you show a man that you appreciate him, however that looks like to y'all, or whatever that looks like to y'all, when you show a man that you appreciate him, oh my God, ladies, we will give you the world if we haven't already. We'll give you the world, we'll give you the universe, whatever you need. It just motivates us to keep going. It motivates us to do the right thing, continue to do the right thing, and then let us know that we are on the right track, that we are making you happy and doing what we need to do as a man. And we have to understand too that in relationships or marriages, it's like a two-way street. It's 100, it's 100 and 100. There's no 50-50. You give me your all, I'm gonna give you mine. So if I'm taking care of you on all levels and make sure you're good to go, do the same. But my taking care of you on all levels may not look the same as yours when it comes towards me, if y'all get what I'm saying. So you have to make sure that you're taking care of each other at the end of the day. When you take care of each other and when you water each other, man, the growth that can come from that, the blessings, the peace, the understanding, the compromising that can come from that. And granted, I know a lot of guys don't like to communicate or kind of bad at it, but communication, fellas, is everything. You cannot make any move. You cannot live life. You cannot go on through life without communicating with your significant other. But it's crazy because we can go and communicate at work, to our best friends or homeboys or whomever. But when it comes to our significant other, we can't communicate with them. And that's another thing that I saw on TikTok and one of the comments that I had commented on another lady's video. And I said that some men don't communicate because either the woman is not understanding or listening to our concerns, or they kind of down us, or like I said earlier, we don't communicate. We rather go and talk to someone else that's understand us and they get where we're coming from versus talking to our significant other. That's why we go outside of the household and talk to other people, because for whatever reason, that particular woman don't make us, or him rather, feel comfortable with the conversations or come to them and talk to them about something. I've been in situations where I had a conversation. I was dating a young lady and I was telling her about what we had going on, some things I like and dislike and that type of thing. But to her, it came off as I was too emotional, whining, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. And it's crazy because like y'all want men to communicate. Y'all want us to talk to y'all. But when we talk to y'all about y'all, it's a problem. It's an issue. We're whining. I don't want to say the B word, but we be itching without saying that word or whatever. Or we're emotional or we're not a man. That's why some men don't communicate, because of how we're being looked at. And granted, it's a childhood thing. Because we were taught to be a man, stand up, do the right thing. Men don't cry. So we keep our emotions and our feelings to ourselves, and our mental health is being affected by that. Trauma, we have trauma, childhood trauma, past relationship trauma, all of that goes on with that. So if you want us to communicate with you and you can't take constructive criticism, or you can't take me or any man for that matter telling you how we feel about you or the relationship or what we can do better. And granted, I know tone is everything. The way you say it is everything as well. I get that. But if you can't take constructive criticism about the relationship, about what you're doing and what you're not doing, then you don't need to be in a relationship, because communication is everything. You can't be selfish, can't be inconsiderate. Everybody's feelings matter when you're in a relationship and when you are dating. Everybody's feelings matter. Men are the most simple creatures. Like my best friend used to tell me, like, you're so simple. Like you don't even ask for much. From the way a woman dress, of course, I like a nice looking young lady. From the hair, the makeup, the how she carry herself. Of course, I like all that, but I don't need a whole lot of that, if that makes sense. I love natural women when it comes to makeup. I'm okay with makeup. I'm okay with weave. I'm okay with nails, but I prefer seeing a woman out and about at a gym, at Walmart, dressed down on her bad days. I guess you could say lounging wear. If I feel like that woman is attractive to me, with that, I can only imagine what she'll look like when she actually put some clothes on and step out with me on a date. That's just me. I'm just like a natural guy. You know, you don't have to do all the makeup. You don't have to put all the weave in your hair for me. But I understand. I get it. It makes you feel good. Makes you feel beautiful. And you ladies are beautiful no matter what shape, size, whatever you are beautiful inside and out, no matter what. So don't let anybody tell you anything different. Because just tell them Myron J, the coach, told you that you are beautiful and you're wonderful and you are worthy. Definitely, fellas, we are worthy. We are kings. We are handsome. You know, we're providers. We're protectors. We're warriors. Everything you could think of, fellas. Don't let anybody else tell you anything different. Tell them Myron J, the coach, told you all of that good stuff. Don't let anybody tell you anything different about you and who you are. You are worthy. Just because you don't have what you want to have right now, just because you're not in a place where you want to be at right now, financially or physically, work-wise, whatever situation may be, it's gonna be all right. Keep fighting, keep going. God loves you, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be all right. That's life. So I just want to slide that in there real quick. But men are so simple, ladies. We don't ask for much. And I'm not a gamer, but if you a gamer, you like to watch sports, you like to try to get into it, go ahead and get into it. A man would like that. And sometimes, like when we say we want peace, we're not saying that we don't want you around. We can want you in the area of where we at, just in there watching TV, or knowing that you in the next room and you're not far away if y'all stay together. That is. So everybody wants peace in relationships or marriages and that type of thing. But that's just what I mean when I say we want peace. Nobody wants to come home arguing all the time. If I have to come home, and I've been through this before because I was married before, if I have to come home and there's no peace, then that's not my home anymore. Something has to change. I don't care what it is. Well, yes, I do, but something has to change. If I can't come home to peace or peace of mind, and you gotta understand, when we're out there battling the world with all this burdens on our shoulders, living in a world where racism is heavy, police brutality is heavy, work can be stressful. It's like, when I come home, I want to like lay out. I want to chill. If you drink beer, drink a beer. If you have a whiskey or something, put your feet up, take a shower, eat. That's how we want to eat a good meal. That's all we want to do when we come home. We want to love on our family, on our kids, and just relax, because we have a lot of pressure on us. It's a lot on us. And so we want to come home and relax, ladies. So I just want to touch bases on that real quick on what men want. Next time on part 2 of what men want, if we decide to do so, I have maybe a couple fellas on the show with me, and we can talk about it, get a little deep into it, have a great conversation about it. Might add a lady in there somewhere. It just all depends. I don't know. But anyway, so moving on to my next topic, y'all, we are so divided in this country. And what I mean by that is just look at everything that's been going on in these last few years. But to go even further back, we are divided by race, black against white, or black against everybody, or white against everybody, however you want to look at it. And I love everybody. I respect everybody. That's the way my parents raised me and my siblings. I'm gonna respect you all day as long as you respect me. I'm the kind of person give you shirt on my back. I help you if I can. If I got it, I got you. That's the kind of person that I am. That's the kind of person I've always been. I thank God for that as well. But this country has been divided for years based off of race alone. And it's crazy. It's not everybody. I understand it's not everybody. but some bad apples. It's a lot of bad apples out there. You got black people against police, Black Lives Matter against Blue Lives Matter, meaning in which Blue Lives Matter is just a uniform that you put on, but being black, you can't take it off and on. And I'm just going off what's been stated before on social media and on the news type thing. It's just crazy. It's like why we can't like come together and get along as people and make this world a better place and just, do what's right. Do what's right in God's eyes. God is love. You want to know what love is? God is love. And we are already divided by politics. You got the Democrats versus the Republicans versus the liberals and everybody else. Like everything is there's division there, and it's just crazy. And then to take you to bring you up to the president, in a sense, you have the masked versus the unmasked. People don't want to wear masks, and people feel like you should wear masks. They making the whole mask thing political. You can't take away my right from me, all that kind of crazy stuff. And of course, the COVID-19 hit us very hard. 2020 is still going on right now. And it's the new norm, I guess you could say, of what's going on in the world today. So it's like the mask, like I said, the mask versus the unmasked. You got the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated. Why are we arguing about this? Why are we disrespecting each other? Why are we downing each other for the decision that we chose to make with our lives or with our health? Now, if you're not going to get the vaccine, at least wear a mask, at least continue to social distance, at least continue to wash your hands, wipe down as much as possible. At least do that if you're not going to get vaccinated. Whether or not you're vaccinated or unvaccinated, that is totally your decision. I respect it. You don't have to tell the world if you're vaccinated or not. Because I see a lot of people post on social media they're vaccinated, I guess, to encourage others to do it. But congrats to you. I'm just not the person that's gonna, hey, y'all, look at me. I got vaccinated for any likes and attention or nothing. Because that's why some people do it. But that's a whole nother topic as well. But whatever your decision is, that is your decision. Stand firm on it. I respect it. But let's not down others for the decision that they made to get vaccinated or unvaccinated, or to wear a mask or to not wear a mask. Granted, you should wear one either way, but that's your decision at the end of the day. Just make sure you keep your distance from people if you decide not to get vaccinated. Just make sure you keep your distance and wear a mask. A mask isn't going to hurt you. It isn't going to kill you. A lot of people have died. A lot of people still dying. And I know a lot of people are on the fence about getting vaccinated because even people that's vaccinated has passed away. Everybody's situation is different. I know it's a lot of conspiracy theories out there, and people are afraid, going all the way back to the whole syphilis experiment from years ago, decades ago. So I get it. I understand, especially for the Black community. I get it. I understand that. And some people feel like the vaccine was, I guess, created too fast. And then the FDA just approved Pfizer recently. But people are still on the fence about it. Some people are going to wait for a year or two, wait till everything clears up, see how things going to go, whatever the situation may be. But whatever you decide to do, just be careful, y'all. Be safe. Let's stop the division on all levels. Respect everybody's opinion. We can agree to disagree. Everybody has opinion. Everybody was created to have an opinion. Everybody was created to agree to disagree, but we must respect each other's opinion and each other's decision at the end of the day, regardless of race, color, creed, regardless of politics, regardless of being vaccinated, unvaccinated. We must respect each other at the end of the day. We must show each other some compassion and some love, because arguing about it and going back and forth about it on social media is just crazy. And you have to be careful of what the media puts out there. The media puts stuff out there to gaslight a lot of things, to misdirect you and misguide you. So you have to be smart. You have to do some research on your own too as well, if that's what you're all about. But you can't always believe what the media says. You have to look things up for yourself. And I'm not saying all media is wrong or all media is out there to get us or misdirected, trying to misdirect us, misguide us. But you have to be smart enough to know what you need to know on your own and trying to get the information that you need when it comes to the information that you need, rather, when it's put out there on the news. Because sometimes the news can really make things look real worse or bad than what it really is. And sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But use your own judgment. Be smart about it. So with that being said, I want to jump to another topic of mine when it comes to preference. And I've seen this on social media so many times, specifically TikTok. And I'm going to start off with the LGBTQ plus community. I don't have any issues, any problem with them. Just like I stated before, I love everybody. I respect everybody. Your decision is not my decision. God is not going to ask me about you when I get up there. And vice versa. You feel me? Because that's just your life. If you chose to live that kind of life, that's totally up to you. But you can't expect everybody to agree with your decision. That's just the way of the world. That's just life. Everybody's not going to agree with you. Just like whatever decision you make about a career change, you move to another city, who you're in a relationship with, everybody's not going to agree with that. But guess what? That's none of their business. See what I did there? See how I put that together? That's none of their business. That's your life. Live your life. Be fun. Have fun. Enjoy your life. Live your life and forget what other people may think and or say about you or what you have going on. My only issue is where, especially with the, and what's really been hot on social media is the transphobia portion of that community. I'm sorry, transgender portion of that community. It's almost as if, and this is what I'm just going off what I've been seeing and or hearing, but it's almost as if that if you don't like transgender, or if a transgender person is not your preference, and that's not who you like, who you want to date, who you want to talk to, you're transphobic. Phobic means fear. I don't have a fear for anybody. They're just not my preference. I just rather not date a woman that once was a man. And some people might not want to date a man that once was a woman. That's their preference. We must respect each other's preference and what we like and what we don't like. If I don't like a certain food, that's just me. I don't like that certain food. I don't eat everything, right? I'm trying to put this all together. I'm trying to break it down for y'all. But I don't eat everything. So if I tell you I don't eat, banana or banana pudding, but you come back and say, well, you love the way I make it. Ma'am, I say I don't like banana pudding. What you mean? I don't care I don't care how it's made. I don't care who made it. I don't like it. I don't eat banana pudding. And I really don't eat banana pudding. I don't think of nothing else, but I really don't eat banana pudding. I never have. My mom used to cook it all the time. My grandma used to cook it all the time, but I don't eat it. But guess what? You respect the fact that I don't eat it. But at the same time, don't keep coming back to me and tell me, oh, I make it differently, or you'll love it if I cook it. But I'm telling you, I don't eat it at the end of the day. Almost the same thing, right? If I tell you dating a transgender, it's not my preference. Don't come to me and say, oh, you never dated this one before, or I'm different from any other woman you've been with, or any other transgender that you will ever think about. What? No, I'm telling you, that's not my preference. That's not what I want to do. So what I'm trying to tell you is stop forcing people to like you. Stop forcing people to respect what you're doing and the way that you're living your life. There's nothing wrong with the way you live in your life. If you want to live it, that's you. That's your thing. By all means, have fun. Like I said, have fun, have at it. But do not force other people or try to counsel people or try to get mad at someone when they don't want to date a transgender person. Or if they're not into gay men or they're not into gay women, don't down people for that. That's not their preference. That's not what they want. And we have to respect that at the end of the day. So let's just do that. And we can all be good. We can all be happy. We can move on with our lives without being negative towards one another just because we're not into that community. If a person does not like the LGBTQ plus community or they don't agree with it, that's fine. Don't be negative about it. Don't be disrespectful. They're just their preference. They just don't like it. You can't force no one to like you. In general, you can't force no one to like you. Can't force no one to be with you. You can't force no one to understand. You can't force no one to do anything that they don't want to do. And we have to be okay with that. So please don't down a person, and let's respect everybody. Preference. If that's what a person's preference is, then by all means, let that be their preference. If they don't agree to it, then guess what? It's somebody else out there that might want to date a transgender person. If that person that you're talking to doesn't agree. And let me say this as well. If you are a transgender person and you're dating the opposite sex or the same sex, however you want to look at that, please, and I've seen this before too, please let that person know in the beginning. Don't let a person fall in love with you. And then all of a sudden, once they have fell in love with you, then you want to tell them that you're a transgender person. Y'all, that is so dangerous. I have, just like a lot of people out there in the world that's listening, everybody to a certain degree has someone that's either gay in their family or transgender, and I am one of them. I had a cousin to get killed, a transgender cousin to get killed years ago. Not sure why or what happened exactly. Well, I know she got killed, but I'm not sure what the reason was, right? I'm put it that way, but got killed years ago. And I want to say this, and that's family, that's blood right there, right? And that's why, and that's one of the reasons I'm telling you guys this right now. Let people know that you're a transgender person. Let people know that up front, so it won't be no misunderstandings. Give people the opportunity, and it's just with any situation that or a relationship that you get into. Before you get into it, give people the opportunity to say yes or no. Give them the opportunity to walk away or stay. But you take away that opportunity when you don't tell them anything at all. You let a person, you get into a relationship with a person, and here it is 2 to 3 months from now, they have fallen in love with you. They really feeling you. They bring you around their family, their friends, their kids, possibly taking you out on dates, like y'all being shown in front of the world, putting up pictures in social media. And then all of a sudden, oh, I forgot to tell you, or let me tell you this, I'm a transgender male or woman. Do y'all understand the hurt behind that? The embarrassment, the shame, especially for a man, our manhood, our egos, our pride. And that's all we have at the end of the day. So when you take that from us or you violate us, it can get very dangerous. People have gotten killed behind these things, have gotten hurt, put in the hospital, anything you think of behind stuff like that. So yeah, I just want y'all, I'm telling y'all this because I want y'all to be careful. I don't want nobody getting killed, getting murdered. Be honest with people. Be straight up with them. Let them know how you are and what's going on in the beginning so you won't have no issues. Don't take people's opportunity away from them. Everybody deserves to know. Everybody deserves to be on the right side of anything if they want to. Don't take people opportunities away from them. So I just want to share that with y'all today. That's one of my topics. And since we're on preference, we have to respect everyone. Again, we have to respect everyone's preference. I have a certain preference of kind of woman that I like from the inside on out. I have a certain preference, right? And then I also had a friend, it goes back to what I was just stating before. I also had a friend or someone I'm cool with or was cool with, rather than put it that way, that was trying to basically stated that I should give people that's out, I should step outside the box, I guess you could say. I should date someone that's not my preference because she could be the one, right? I'm only okay with that if God put it within me to say, hey, she's the one, you should give her a chance and see how things will go. If God was to tell me that. But until then, I'm going to go for what I am attracted to, what I prefer from a woman. I'm not going to let anybody allow me or try to tell me to go left or try something else. There's nothing wrong with it. To each his own. There's nothing wrong with it. But again, if I say this is what my preference is, this is what I like, don't keep coming to me every other day, every other conversation, trying to tell me, well, you should give this person a chance, or you should give this particular person a chance. Step outside your preference I don't like to continue to repeat myself after I have already told you what I like, what I don't like. What I don't. If we had this discussion already one time before, we're not about to have this conversation again. If we have to have this conversation again, then I might have to go ahead and fall back from that, from some kind of friendship or whatever with you. Because at this point, you're disrespecting my wishes and what I said. That's just my thing. That's just my opinion on that. All right. So I'm looking down at my notes if you're watching on YouTube. So we had some questions and some issues that I've seen on TikTok when it comes to relationships. And I had something that I wanted to share with y'all, but I can't find it at the moment. But if you're on TikTok, make sure you follow me at Myron J, the coach. Follow me on Instagram, Myron J, the coach, as well on Facebook and Twitter. And if you want to be a part of the show again, hit me up. I like callers. I like guests. Let's talk about it for Freestyle Friday. Info at myronjthecoach.com. We can really get into it. So let me tell y'all this real quick. And I'm sorry, I just came back. Just thought about it. I have a client, and she's young, and she's a very mature person, y'all. To be her age, she's like 20, 21, maybe a little younger than that. She's a very mature young lady. So if you're watching this, shout out to you. She's a very mature young lady for her age. Like she has the mindset and the mind frame of a 25, 30-ish year old woman. Like, especially when it comes to being in a relationship, like she's gonna hold her man down. She's gonna encourage, she's gonna motivate, she's gonna support him, she's gonna help him out in every way she can because she want him to do better. Excuse me. She wants him to do better. She wants him to be better. And so we had conversations. Together, a session together rather. And let me tell y'all this, and I'm not going to talk about her situation, but let me say this in general. Pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the inconsistency. Pay attention to how people talk to you or treat you when they're mad. Don't look over those things. And know that we can't change people. I had to learn that from my past marriage. Know that we cannot change people. They have to want to change for themselves. I don't care how much we want for them. I don't care how much we want them to succeed. We want them to be better and do better. I don't care. We have to accept people for who they are. People have to want to change on their own. They're not going to do it because you want them to do it. Let people go. I know it's hard. And I understand that because you have invested so much time in with this person. You love them. If you got a child by them, that's another thing that keeps you there. So, and I understand, y'all. I get it. I've been there. And let me tell you something about me as well. If you listen to my show, I know a lot of people don't know me out there. I don't get on my show talking to you guys about anything that I haven't been through before or that I haven't experienced and or had clients to talk to me about. I don't do that. If I don't know anything about it, I don't touch on it. That's not fair to you guys. I'm not finna sit here and try to just not sugarcoat, but try to fake it with you guys or blow smoke. I'm just gonna give it to you real because I've experienced a lot of things over the years. I'm almost 40 years old, so I experienced a lot of things over the years. And some people experience a lot of things at an earlier age. But when you're in these toxic relationships, you have to understand that it is gonna get better or it's gonna continue to get worse. When you continue to allow a person to lie to you, cheat on you, treat you certain kind of ways, and you try to like leave them or they leave you and you allow them to come back, it's not going to get better. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's not going to get better. Why? Because that person is used to you and used to the routine of what's been happening in the relationship. And when I say you allow it, I'm not saying allow it to the point where you don't say anything. I'm talking about allowing it to the point where you say something about it, you voice your opinion, but yet you keep letting them back in. You continuously let them back in, day out, every other week, every other month, whatever. These people literally got you by the numbers, I guess you could say, however you want to put that. So they understand the assignment. If y'all ever heard it, they understand the assignment. They know what they have to do to get back in your good graces. But you keep allowing them to come back. As long as you keep allowing that to happen, people are not going to do better. They're not going to do right. Granted, it's some people that want to change, some people that want to do right, but you have to stop letting people come back so easily. And like one of my friends told me one time before years ago, he said, you had to change your response. You got to change the way you move, change the way you do things. If you want a person to come back or that person want to come back, you can't make it easy on them. You got to take them through some stuff, not like no crazy stuff and then like that. They got to show you, they got to really prove it to you. Because after you have given your all and it's still not working, what is left to do? You're going to either leave or that person's going to have to come with it next time. That person, when that person's ready to come back or you allow them to come back or her to come back, the same outcome, can't be the same outcome. It can't be the same situations. And at the end of the day, you got to love yourself at the end of the day. You got to respect yourself. Don't lose yourself into people that's not trying to be with you. That's over there trying to fake like they're trying to be with you. Just going through the motion, but in all actuality, they don't. They only there because they know that you're going to give them another chance. They don't have anywhere to go. They're used to you. And I understand you invested all this time. You got a child by them. You love them. I understand. I get all that. I've been through that. Trust me. I've been through that. But it gets better though. If I'm not telling anybody to leave, I'm telling you to be careful. I'm telling you to choose you first. I'm telling you to not continue to walk on eggshells. I'm telling you to choose peace and be happy at the end of the day. That one thing my dad always told me, God rest his soul, it's always choose happiness. Always be happy. Life is too short not to be anything but happy. So I want you guys, that's what I want for you all. And I want you to choose peace. There's a lot of people out there that will give you everything that you're asking for, begging for from your significant other. All the affection, the love, to communicate with you, to take you out on dates, whatever your love language may be. You up here begging a person to give you all of that, but it's other people out there that will give that to you effortlessly, and you won't have to even worry about it. But my thing is this too, and I need y'all to remember this: whenever you decide to get out of a toxic relationship, divorce, marriage, whatever, go and heal first. I know it's hard to be alone. I get that, but go and heal first. Don't go into another relationship damaging anybody else with your toxic ways. You might think that you're okay. You might feel like you wasn't a toxic one, no way, but you got to understand that you've been around a toxic person a long time. You have picked up some of their ways. So you might not see it at the moment, but you need to go and heal. Go to counseling, go to therapy, get a life coach. I am a life coach. I know other life coaches they'll be more than happy to assist you. You can always contact us or me and let us know that'll help you through some things. But go and heal first. Take care of yourself mentally. Don't go to another relationship damaging another person. I know it's hard to be alone. I get it. But sometimes you need some separation and some isolations so God can get to you. So God can show you some things so you can be a better person for yourself, for your kids, for your family, and for your future significant other. So I just want to leave y'all with that. Make sure y'all check out Topic Tuesday, each and every Tuesday at 11 a.m. We have some great topics with some great guests. Please make sure y'all tune in. Go check out the replay. Go check out the replays on Freestyle Friday as well. Thank y'all for joining me this evening. I really appreciate it. I love y'all so much. Don't forget to forgive and live. And also, I have a book out there, so I just want to throw that out there real quick. I have a book out there called Married, Divorced, But God. So make sure y'all go get that book. It's on Amazon. Please go look that up. And also make sure you share this video, if you're on YouTube, Spotify, wherever you're watching from. Make sure y'all go check me out. I really appreciate the support. Thank y'all. See y'all soon.